So everything that I've always wanted to be, this has exposed me to the experiences that are required in order to be that person, which, you know, for words of wisdom, that tells you a lot in terms of the ups and downs, everything that I've had to go through to arrive at this point.
Cookling 근데 quarter Japanese 내 일본 친구들은 they call me secret series out kitchen guy company Casey only fuck with Casey's kitchen guy company Casey only fuck with Casey's baby money and fame is sex I'm a nymphomaniac calling out on none.
As we speak right now, I'm putting together a rebrand for my startup. 3 years ago, I decided to embark on a journey. Three years ago, I decided to embark on a journey which would ultimately change the trajectory of my life and where I am right now, to be honest with you, to put it simply. I decided to build a video editing app for fitness content creators and coaches. At the time of doing this, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. And I do not regret it. Fast forward to this point, I do not regret it because everything that I've learned up to this point has made me either a smarter, more aware, and confident individual, right? Because of the challenges I had to go through in order to become, you know, to arrive at this current stage, right? Which hopefully some of this stuff I'll show you and put it into context. So 3 years ago, started a video editing app. Within the first 2 weeks, this thing literally just went like this and then came straight crashing down, which makes complete sense fast forward 3 years later, why that happened. And ultimately, the product was good, but the timing was wrong and the lack of experience. I put that project to rest for like a year and a bit. Exactly 1 year ago, this month or the next month, I was in Dubai. I managed to raise some capital in order to get the project up and running again. And a shout out to my bro, Joe, my best friend. Me and Joe go way back. Ultimately, I rang him one day, I said,
hello, I am busy.
Hey bro, I built this thing. This is what happened within the first couple weeks of launching it. And it does have traction. It's still on the App Store. It is still selling, by the way. Which is, again, blew my mind. The fact that this thing was on the App Store, untouched, and you're still generating revenue. Took a risk, put some money down in order to also initiate that process and actually put some legs behind it. The reason why I hit up Joe is because he's done really well for himself in the real estate space. He's managed to build something very special within Dubai and the real estate market. So yeah, me and Joe go way back. The first ever business that I got involved with was with him, right? So me and him had a meal prepping company, fast forward. You know, things didn't work out, you let it, you move, we fast forward. And the crazy thing is, let me make sure this is recording. We've always kept each other accountable indirectly because every 2 weeks, more or less, we'd always hop on a call. Before this and during, you know, the Gymshark, my protein influencer era, me and Joe would always catch up back and forth every 2 weeks, more or less, right? Which is kind of crazy when you think about it, because then I didn't know what we're doing and why we're doing it, but we've always hopped on a call and kept each other up to date with what we're doing. To speak right now, I'm finalizing the pitch deck for the next round of raising capital, which I'll be pitching to investors and VCs next week. This next stage of growth paints the picture for the trajectory of the app. Validated the product, we have product market fit, and ultimately we have subscribers, and those subscribers are willing to pay for this product. If you run your own business or have invested in a business or within, you know, this kind of space, you know that is a very, very tough thing to do. If one of the, I mean, I would literally tell you, it is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I have a beard. I haven't been training as much as I wanted to because I have committed to building this thing. And this space has taught me more than I could ever, imagine, right? It's become now part of my DNA. So everything that I've always wanted to be in terms of my younger self, this has exposed me to the experiences that are required in order to be that person. Which, for words of wisdom, that tells you a lot in terms of the ups and downs, everything that I've had to go through to arrive at this point. So being able to talk to VCs and big whales in this space, in terms of in the tech space, for me, again, I didn't think this would ever be a thing. But there was a version of me that's always aimed for the most optimal, the most optimized version of myself, right? I always wanted to be the best version of myself. And I didn't think the path I'm on was the path that was going to lead me to where I'm going, or the things that have happened in the last 12 months, in the last 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, right? So this is important, and there's a reason why I'm saying all this, because obviously, if you look at my previous videos, those were predominant, majority, if 100% of the videos on here are fitness-related content. But the foundation of those videos has always been self-development and being the best version of yourself and giving free source when it comes to training. That has always been my, my approach: inspire, motivate, and give information, right? And help people along the way. Again, I've never monetized my training workouts or anything like that. I've always gave them away for free, whether it's Instagram or YouTube, because I enjoy the content creation space. I enjoy making content. And also, I do enjoy training. I do attribute majority of whatever success I've experienced up to this point from my mindset, my commitment, my dedication, and my discipline to showing up in the gym, regardless of how hard it gets. And it has been difficult the last 12 months, to be exact. They've been just so demanding physically, mentally, and spiritually, right? So fast forward to now, all the ups and downs within my entrepreneurship career, obviously that has paid dividends massively. I am sharing the journey of where I am right now as we speak. 4 weeks ago, I was in New York, very pivotal trip in terms of exposure and just, finally being in America and getting to see what America is like. And that influenced my attitude when I came back. I am so happy for this new trajectory. So what I've done is I've rebranded creation to be something that is a much bigger entity, or something that will evolve into a much bigger entity. Hence why I'm sharing this with you, because I do also want to document the journey. So yeah, fast forward now, I've rebranded, spent the last 4 weeks rebranding everything. One thing that I've managed to do very well is build a product, which is great. A product is not a brand. A community on its own is not a brand. A brand is a collection of pillars which create this vehicle, which is your brand, right? Brand values, color palette, community, product, and vision, right? So I've spent a lot of time looking back at the opportunity that I've been given to build something that is meaningful, sustainable, and scalable. That is what I mean by this journey has taught me so much more than I could ever be thankful for. Because even the way that I'm talking now, if you watch my previous videos, it's almost like speaking to two different people. Nonetheless, we're here now, and this is where I'm at. Right now, we're in an absolute gold mine when it comes to content creation, being online, talking to the camera. This is the golden era for content creation. Guys, good to see you. Let's go.